All right, guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of Two Fans One Pod. I am Alex, and as always, I have with me Brandon. Last week, week 0 has come and gone. I actually didn't get to see you really last weekend very much. We had that event on Saturday night, some housewarming. That was fun to get to see some of the guys, but my mind was completely overtaken by the games and how much money I lost. So, first and foremost, we're all going to take a moment of silence to apologize for the sensational picks that we had for week 0. The Juicerman's train did not go as planned. 1 and 2
It crashed.
to start the season. I talked to Brandon about this. Low key, week 0, do we count it? Do we even want to? For our sake, we have integrity here. We are counting it. We started the season 1 and 2. Listen, we started the season 1 and 2. I don't care. We're going to destroy it this season. Knock on wood. I have some very, very strong picks. Me and Brandon really been concocting on these. And we fight a little bit on some of them too, so prepare for that. But in spirit of week 1, welcome to our official week 1 picks. Brandon, I'm going to start us off with, I think is going to be one of the most exciting games of the weekend, and we get it early. I think it's on Friday night. It's going to be Auburn at Baylor. 8 p.m. kickoff, so that'll be fun under the lights. I want you to tell me, what do you see in this game?
Yeah, it could be. I feel like it might be a bloodbath potentially. Neither team really had a strong pass defense. Jackson Arnold, I know he is something. He's not. We really don't know. I feel like a lot of people are just kind of in the middle with him. People don't know if they should call him a good quarterback. People don't know if he's an inconsistent quarterback. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see for this game to find that out. But there's a lot of question marks there. I don't know. I just feel like this game is surrounded by question marks. I'm pretty sure that they're going to end up playing as well, but I know that Cam Coleman and Eric Singleton are banged up. They're starting receivers who have a lot of hype. Should be good. I mean, they have pretty much a top 5 receiver room in CFB this year. So, I mean, it should be an interesting matchup. I know Auburn is the favorite, -2.5, I believe. We got these numbers off of ESPN Bet. But I'm personally leaning more towards Baylor. I just feel like because there's so many question marks with both teams, and Baylor seems to be more consistent or be more well-rounded or have more continuity from the previous season, I got to go with Baylor. Even though Auburn maybe got more talent this offseason, but I just feel like there isn't a lot of meshing there, and there's just too many question marks.
Wait, so what did you go with? What do you like this game?
Baylor. I think I'm going Baylor spread.
I'm in the same boat. Let's take what I like to do, as always. I'm a numbers guy. First and foremost, I am a numbers guy. I looked at the numbers, and the numbers lean very much in the favor of Auburn. Actually, I look at it. I had no idea they had a top 30 defense. I also forget how bad they played in the fourth quarter, and a lot of their games in that first half of the season where they had like a turnover that essentially sealed their, they went from instant victory to instant loss for some reason. So Auburn, very mistake prone last season. They might clean it up. Hugh Freeze, 5-7, kind of on the hot seat, probably. If he doesn't have, at the very least, if he doesn't go to a bowl game this year, I would say he's out. That being said, this is a really tough first game. I like Baylor a lot, and the reason I like it is because they have experience at the quarterback position. Not to say Jackson Arnold does not have experience. I just think that with the tools that you had at Oklahoma and you weren't able to produce, I don't know, are you going to come into Hugh Freeze's program and light up the board? From what I read earlier today, I don't even think the starting position is guaranteed for him. It sounds like he's still vying for it. So, Baylor also unrelated, not a great pass defense. This might be his opportunity. Maybe Jackson Arnold decides that he's going to take the Auburn helm, and bring him back to prestige. Anyway, Baylor, too many issues. Sawyer Robertson, we already talked about. Love the quarterback. We actually had him in one of our previous episodes talking about, top quarterbacks in CFB right now. But also their running back, Bryson Washington. This guy had 1,100 all-purpose yards, and secretly was the reason why they had any sort of rush offense whatsoever. I like Baylor. I think that the wrong team is favored here. Baylor plus 2.5. When I was writing this down, I was like, I wrote Baylor -2.5 because I thought that's what it said on ESPN app. And then I took a second look and I was like, wait a minute, it's plus 2.5. I was trying to explain why I'm going to take minus 2.5. So let that be a lesson to everybody. If this line goes, let it go. Let it go in the favor of Auburn. Keep taking it. I love Baylor.
The question marks around
many,
Auburn.
Yeah, too many question marks.
Yeah.
You know what teams have a lot of question marks? Texas and OSU.
And
we're
going right to it. Are we doing it?
Oh yeah, we get the pleasure. We get the absolute pleasure of getting to review this game, and we get a week 1 juicermans of a game. I mean, this is like it's a top 5, top 3, top 4 matchup, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Definitely a top 5 matchup. I think both of these teams also will finish top 10 guaranteed by end of the season. I think that's a guarantee. Doesn't matter.
They should.
Yeah. I mean, just given their records and, or I should say, their strength of schedule. Ohio State. Because I'm a numbers guy, I'm writing down a lot of these numbers. Brandon, top 10 in points per game. Their defense was top 3 in almost every category imaginable. 14 draft picks they lost in 2024. Knowing that, tell me, how do you feel about this game?
Ohio State. I love talking about them. But, so they lost, so you're right. They did lose 14 draft picks. Not only did they lose that, but they also lost Chip Kelly. I know Brian Hartline was already there as the offensive coordinator. Who knows? Maybe he'll be an upgrade. Maybe it'll change up their play style and offense a bit more because they also lost Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins. They got C.J. Donaldson to fill in over there, and then James Peoples is the other running back. So I guess they'll split carries, those two. And they also lost Will Howard, so they have the first-year QB coming in, Julian Sayin. But who do they have? They have the best player on offense in the whole country, and they have the best player on defense in the whole country. Jeremiah Smith is without a doubt, he's a Heisman candidate in my opinion. Caleb Downs is the best safety in the country without a shot of a doubt. Both those players are better than any player on Texas's roster. So who knows? Maybe those guys are going to carry the weight. I think that this game will have a little bit more of a pass-heavy feel to it, at least on the Ohio State side. On the Texas side, though, I mean, they got a lot of people coming back. They have a better quarterback than Ohio State. I think Sarkisian is a better play caller than him. Than Ryan Day and the whole Ohio State offense. But you and me were talking about it, and I'm about to hand it back off to you because I know how you feel about him. We'll see if he's able to handle the pressure. It's the first game of the season. Texas has a lot of expectations. They have the best quarterback in the entire CFB, apparently. And, yeah, this is the team that won the Natty Chip. So a lot of eyes on them. This is a big test for them, and I know how you feel about Sarkisian when it's time for big tests.
My turn. No, I don't. It's not even like that with Sark. Honestly, it's not like I hate the guy. I know that I give him shit pretty much in every episode we talk about. I just think what I see is a lot of what I see in James Franklin is I see someone who is doing everything imaginable to try to bring a national championship to a program, to a otherwise very storied program. And he's incapable of doing so because he's incapable of making the correct decisions under pressure. So, Sark, sucks to suck. You're not winning a ship this year. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. There's no way you're going to convince me that Texas is winning a national championship. How many times in the past few years has the number 1 won the freaking national championship, the preseason number 1? It's too much hype. Arch Manning is inexperienced. I hate to say it. He is inexperienced.
But I agree. But in the case of this game, which quarterback are you taking?
The thing is I'm not taking a quarterback in this game. I'm taking the head coach in this game. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Sark is a bad shot caller.
What a response.
He's not a good shot caller. I'm not taking Arch Manning is inexperienced, but he's very good from what I saw. He actually played amazing. He's got wheels. He's tall and he's got the body for it. He can step into the throws, He's got the arm. Here's the problem is that right now we're not looking at on paper who's going to win. Okay? You have to be objective, and that's how you win money when you sports bet. You have to be objective. Yeah. Take a step back. Who were we looking at? We're looking at Sark versus Ryan Day. Let's take another step back. Right now, every headline I read, and you do too, Every single headline is Arch Manning. Oh, do you think he's going to go to the Cowboys next year? I mean, that is the level of, forethought that these analysts have on him. There's not even the assumption that he's going to have a great. I mean, there's not even the assumption that they're going to win a national championship. They already know. They know that Arch Manning is going to have a great season. They already know it in their heads, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's going to be a top 3 draft pick, like guaranteed." Also, listen, I have not seen anything. I'm sure he's great, but you're going to put him in the shoe week 1. You're gonna put this kid in the horseshoe in week 1. The line, the line is as low.
Games last year.
The line is almost as low as -1 for Ohio State.
Yeah.
College, you get like 2-3 points because of home field advantage. That means Texas has the advantage. Vegas thinks Texas is gonna win. I mean, they think Texas is favored. I guess that's how I should say. But I don't know. I'm really nervous about this game. I know that Chip Kelly is gone. I know Jim Knowles is gone. He came to Penn State. Thank God. 14 draft picks lost from the 2024 season. It's so much. It almost makes sense that 80% of the money right now is on Texas. But I know that number is going to get even more juiced, which means that Ohio State is going to go from -2.5 to -2 to -1.5 to minus. And eventually, if at some point Texas becomes the favorite, then guess what? Right before the noon kickoff,
you're slamming it.
You're slamming it. And I'm telling you right now, I am willing to take Ohio State -2.5. And I think I would be willing to push it to -3.
I'm going Texas.
It's a 3-point game. This feels like a 3-point game.
Yeah.
I want you to go Texas. I want everyone to go Texas.
I know you do.
Because this game, I feel like, will be one of those reminder games, Mm-hmm. And what's the timestamp on this? 13 minutes in. Let's come back to this moment after the game.
We will. We're gonna for the next episode we'll clip it in and everything.
It's too many people. Too many people are gone from this program. There's too many question marks, and everyone is hammering Texas. For me, it's too square to take Texas here.
Yeah.
Vegas knows something we don't.
But we're getting squarey with this one. We're doing the square dance on this one.
Okay, here's a game that's. I am still predicting, for the record, that this game is going to be a thrashing. Okay. I'm just really scared of this game. And it's Bama at Florida State. Why am I scared of this game? I'm not scared because I know the game's going to be fun to watch. Tommy Castellano's talking shit to Bama. It's a 13.5-point spread right now. Talk to me. What do you feel about this game?
Yeah, I mean, Florida State has a brand new team. They sucked last year. Last year was really bad.
It was amazing.
They got Squirrel White, the guy from Tennessee, the super speedster. He has a sick name, sick card in CFB. Tommy Castellanos, I love the moxie. I love the fact that he's talking shit. I don't know if it's smart. I like it, but I don't know if it's smart. I think he might get smacked in the mouth. Alabama's hungry, man. I mean, even though I get some people might say they underperformed. They had 3 losses last year. They still looked really good. They looked like Bama. They looked legit. They just, fell off a bit. They had a major change at the head coaching position. I think they bounce back this year and go bananas. The O-line is superb. The defense is insane at every single position. I'm taking the spread. Yep. I think a lot of people, I think it's going to continue to go up, the line. But I'm taking the spread. Bama spread.
I think you covered it. I mean,
it's
awful program last year out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. They started preseason 10th ranked, I think. But anyway, 3:30 kickoff. You have home field advantage. I think they might just cover. Honestly, Florida State might just cover. They might just sneak in a cover. I don't know.
Yeah.
13 points is a lot to win by still on the road, by the way. So it's not it's not unrealistic to think Bama wins this by 13 on the dot. So I'm going to actually stay away from picks entirely this game. I'm 100% not going to touch this game. I'm worried that if Florida State's line becomes too juicy, I will end up taking it, and I don't want to watch Bama come and just raffle stomp this team. But for the record, if Florida State does go to plus 14.5, I probably will take them. realistically.
I think if Ty Simpson, like if people knew kind of how good he was, or if there was more like tape on him, I think that would be the difference in that number for Bama
Yeah,
being the
actually
favorite,
true.
whether it
Yeah,
would be higher or lower.
that's a very good point. I mean, but that's the best part about gambling early is because Vegas doesn't
Yeah.
even know what to expect.
Nobody knows.
Okay, let's talk LSU Clemson. Also, should be an excellent game. Pete Thamel the other day on ESPN was talking about how there's going to be dozens of NFL scouts, and frankly, rightfully so, because arguably this game is going to have, the quarterback matchup of the year. Realistically, Garrett Nussmeier and Cade Klubnik are both going to go top 10 in the draft. I'm going to knock on wood pending, obviously, something detrimental happening to either of their careers. But I think there's going to be a lot of hype behind the game. The games that have a lot of hype and they're in prime time, they're kind of standalone games, I tend to take the under on them. But this game, what do we have? We have LSU, who has a gunslinger of a quarterback. I have seen Garrett Nussmeier throw for like 400 or 500 yards. They actually, I didn't know if you know this, they had the 8th highest pass play percentage in the country. Almost 60% of their plays were passes. So as a result, they had 104th ranked rush offense, obviously. So really, really poor. Are they going to get more dynamic on the offense? I doubt it. I've seen Garrett Nussmeier. I've seen it crumble. I feel like they're going to end up having too much reliance on him. Cade Klubnik, on the other hand, is part of a system. He's part of a program that is designed to win. Dabo Swinney, I have so much respect for him. I think he's one of the greatest he will go down, obviously, as one of the greatest college football coaches of all time. And it will show in Death Valley when they host LSU. So I really, really like Clemson at -3.5. I will probably be taking that. I like Clemson a lot here as a early natty favorite also, because of how stacked they are. So it's before week 1. If you guys want to take some future bets, Clemson for the national championship, Clemson to take them on their wins, we really like. I think it was like 10.5, something like that.
Yeah.
So we're both big time Clemson fans here. What did you end up going with this game?
For this one, yeah, I'm feeling Clemson as well. I like the Clemson spread. -3.5. I mean, I feel like that might be a little bit too high for me, but I wish it would have been like -2.5, just like a point difference. I know that's asking for a lot, but yeah, I mean, pretty much you covered it. Like Klubnik, I'm more of a fan of him than I am of Nuss. I think Nuss is very good. There's a lot of hype about Nuss, especially this past offseason. He's wearing number 18, which apparently is like a big deal for, the LSU culture and tradition. Apparently, like in the past, the people that have worn that have been like the leaders of the team, and it's one of those special privileges. So apparently, Nuss has taken that big step. The quarterback that wore it last was Matt Muck.
Okay.
Maybe I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but yeah, he like won the Natty shit back in 2003, and then like since then, it's like a special privilege to wear number 18.
Okay, so I specifically as a quarterback wearing that number is like a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also,
I didn't know
yeah, other players too. But yeah, it's apparently a big deal. But the defense is the best it's ever been, which apparently is, or not apparently, yeah, it's always been, one of the holes of LSU, at least these past couple of years.
Yeah.
Jaden's Heisman year, the reason why they didn't win as many games with a Heisman quarterback was because the defense sucked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Clemson, they just have a lot. They have the best wide receiver room in the country. I know LSU does too, but I think Clemson's is better. There's more continuity there, more chemistry with their quarterback. It's Klubnik's 3rd year in the system. The defense is the best it's ever been. Dabo's back. Dabo's locked and loaded. He's ready to go. I love this Clemson team a lot. There might be a question mark kind of at the running back position. I think it's Adam Randall is the name of the guy that's like starting for them. He's like a senior. He doesn't have any carries really, but they did say they're going to take more of a committee approach. They have a 5-star true freshman back there. Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped about this game. I'm hyped about Clemson. Let's go, man.
Okay, heading over to Tech at South Carolina. So this game, I believe, is on Sunday, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. That
Yes.
game and the Notre Dame game are both going to be on Sunday. So we have awesome games to look forward to on all days of the weekend. Also one on Monday as well. Tech at South Carolina. So this is a neutral field. It's at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta. I'm curious. I know you're a Lenore Sellers guy, like through and through. I understand that. But let's be objective about this as much as possible, because Tech is like low key. It's close to home to us, quite literally. But I feel like that may skew how we look at this game. Brent Pry also being the head coach, former Penn State defensive coordinator. Tell me, how do you feel about this game?
I mean, I just really think South Carolina has an edge. I think they're -8 is the line that I grabbed. Top two receivers are returning. Lenora Sellers is back. They lost some on defense. They lost Emanuwari, the strong safety. They lost Demetrius Knight. I think they lost some guys on the D-line maybe, but they also kept some guys too. They have still have a really strong safety in DQ Smith, I believe. Yeah. And Dylan Stewart on the D-line. So they still have some guys on the defensive side of the ball. And then they also, the running back, Raul Faison, he just got ruled eligible. There were some question marks about.
Yeah, that was
yeah, they gave him eligibility. Big deal, right? You know, you have another capable guy on the offense. So I just think the offense is too strong. This team looks really good. You know what Brent Pry said about this team? He said, this is a quote. He said, I've coached against a bunch of SEC teams in my time, and they appear to be one of the more talented ones. I would liken them to some of the LSU teams I've seen and some others. They're explosive, they're fast, they got good size. I think it's a very talented SEC team.
Yeah,
that's what Brent Pry said.
They're scary. Yeah.
So is he doing this this is not like, is he doing this to prepare? Is he doing this because he's like, this is actually a big challenge? Or is he doing this to kind of be like, I'm up for the challenge. This is a really good team, but we're gonna go in there. I don't know. This is what I grabbed from the quote. I should have maybe looked into the whole fucking thing
it's
more.
It's all calculated. It's all calculated. Honestly,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, hearing that sounds so calculated. Truthful, yeah. I'm in the same boat with you. I think South Carolina wins this through and through. You said -8. I checked right before the episode. We're recording. So again, this is Wednesday. This is the 27th of August. Then when we're recording, so if the lines change, sucks to suck. South Carolina's at -7.5 right now.
Yeah. Okay.
And Tech is kind of also researching for their identity, because they have a new offensive and defensive coordinator. That offensive coordinator they had was also very good. Left to go be the OC at Ohio State. And the defensive coordinator was this former linebacker coach for the Cardinals. So I'm sure the guys they picked up are great. South Carolina, on the other hand, being as explosive, you went over all their players. The only thing, Dylan Stewart obviously is leading that front seven too. So that team is good on offense and defense. Also, Shane Beamer playing against his dad's old.
Talk about it.
So I don't really know. Does that play a role? I don't know. That kind of goes into the
in his mind, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he's gonna have mental lapses and decision making. I've seen him be emotional. We saw him in the Illinois game to close out the season last year. I'm not a huge Shane Beamer guy. You know that. I'm gonna put money on him. But I'm not putting it on Shane Beamer. I'm putting it on Lenora Sellers. I think that.
Let's freaking go.
He's big time. I think Lenora Sellers is big time. I loved playing him. I actually love playing him in CFP. So yeah, SC -7.5. Let's see. The last big game we're gonna go over, and then we'll kind of do a speed round of other games that we like this weekend. Notre Dame at Miami. Interesting matchup for week 1. Because Notre Dame's an independent, so their out-of-conference games is they have different rules and stuff. So them agreeing to play at Miami for week 1 is very interesting. Talk to me. What do you got this game?
Notre Dame looks really good. They look really good, man. There's a lot of hype about this team. There's a lot of hype about Marcus Freeman, where he's got this team and this program since he started there. The secondary is strong. A lot of continuity on defense, especially on the front seven. Jeremiah Love. I mean, the guy's the best running back in CFB as of right now, at least going into the season. That's where a lot of people have him. He's super elusive, just super good. Probably going to be a top 10 pick this coming year. They did have some question marks at quarterback. I believe there was somebody might have trained. I can't remember what it was, but I know that CJ Carr is the starting quarterback now for them. And then they got Malachi Fields, the standout receiver from UVA, which was like the only good thing UVA had going for them was Malachi Fields. So he's over there for the wide receiver room, which is big. Carson Beck is at Miami. The offensive line is strong. They got a lot of guys back on defense. Mark Fletcher is going to be the starting running back. The wide receiver room looks good. Miami is just one of those things with Miami where it's like they have all the talent. They just have all the hype. It's just, it's unfortunate. The inevitable always happens to them, unfortunately. They just fall short somehow, some way. They give up a lot of points. It's just sloppy play with them. That's what a lot of the times it seems like, and it feels like watching them. It's a lot of talent, a lot of excitement, a lot of high plays. There's a lot of big plays. Yeah. Miami makes a lot of big plays, but they're just so sloppy. It's the little things that they mess up on. Cristobal's done a good job of improving on that, but I mean, with all that said,
who's the starting?
With all that said, we're going.
Bro, I literally was about to torch you.
Miami spread.
I was literally about to torch you.
Go Canes.
Go Canes. 100% Canes. This is a Canes. 100%. If anyone's taking Notre Dame here, you're fucking delusional, bro. Riley Leonard.
Miami, baby.
Hold on. Where's that? What's that play he does where he just gets the ball and he runs directly forward behind a fucking amazing offensive line and is guaranteed to get 5-6 yards? Okay, we can't do that anymore. Lovely.
Nope.
Where's the spread coming from? -2.5. Is it really Jeremiah Love in that secondary? Like, really?
I think so. I think it is. I mean, it's a Notre Dame team.
Dude, it's the lingering national championship. That's what it is. It's a hangover. Right now, sportsbooks still think that they're a national championship contender, and I don't know if they are. I have no clue. I need to see like consistency, especially since they're not even in a conference. But this will be a good test for them. I'm taking Miami +2.5 because I'm not delusional.
But yeah, it's funny because Miami and Notre Dame are like the opposite of each other. One of them is very by the book and traditional, and the other one is just kind of balls to the walls, just off the edge, just fun, exotic. It's fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, this matchup. And they had a rivalry back in the day. Let's go. Man, it's all about the U. Come on.
Yeah, who's Notre Dame's quarterback again?
CJ Carr.
CJ Carr.
He just won the starting job, I believe.
Okay, and he has experience. What's his background?
I think he was on the team last year as a true freshman.
Okay.
Let me confirm. Yeah, last year was his freshman year. Took a red shirt, and then he competed for the job this offseason and won it. And he is the grandson of Lloyd Carr, former Michigan Wolverines head coach.
Here we go. Okay. So the answer is fucking nobody. Nobody is the quarterback for Notre Dame. So I don't know. Riley Leonard's gone. You don't have that, play where you could just run straight forward and fall down for 5-yard gain. I do think that this is a lingering, kind of like a natty hangover spread for Notre Dame, I would say. The fact that they're favored on the road is more disrespectful to Miami, who actually, I know they had, a couple of games where they really crumbled. Miami had a top 30 defense last year, actually. Overall in the season, I had no clue. Their pass defense was not great. It was closer to like the 50th percentile, but their rush defense was elite. It was top 20. They also had the most prolific passer in the country, and he left. So that number 1 overall ranked offense obviously is not going to be the same. But Carson Beck, it's not even like you're losing that much. I like Miami on the spread here. Just don't even question it. Okay, cool. What I want to do now is I want to go over a few of the games that we didn't get a chance to, but I still think it's like worth mentioning. So we're going to kind of do a more rapid version for these guys. All right, so we're going to start off with Nebraska at Cincinnati. Tell me, what do you think about this game?
Both teams are, capable. Both were high programs. Dylan Raiola, what is it, second year under the offensive coordinator that they recently got for him. I think Nebraska's gotten better, as a team. They continue to get better. Matt Rule is kind of, suspect a bit as a head coach. I'm still not convinced on him. I know you aren't either. But yeah, I think that Nebraska, the spread is reasonable. I like them a lot. I like Dylan Raiola. I think he's a good quarterback. He's fun to watch. I'm personally going Nebraska.
I'm not big on Matt Rule. I probably will never be, truly. I think he's like dismantled so many programs all because he had a couple good seasons at Temple. So, not a big fan of him. I'm going to take Cincinnati plus 6.5 because it looks like almost everybody is on Nebraska and everyone's kind of riding
That's
that
true.
hype train. Cincinnati, a pretty half decent offense, half decent defense. Not the best, but half decent. The rush defense is not great. And Nebraska was also very prolific on defense. I just think there's too many signs pointing that Nebraska should win this game. And I know Matt Rule. I don't think he's got it in him. I got Cincinnati plus 6.5. Next game, we got Georgia Tech at Colorado. Colorado's plus 7. Talk to me. What you got?
Scout Buffs. Man, shout out to Dion. I'm happy that he's healthy and back on the sidelines after that health scare. He's got a new QB. No more Shadur. It's Kadon Salter. They have Julian Lewis as well, who's a very hyped true freshman. Prime did say that he might see some playing time on Friday, even though he named Kadon Salter the starter. Kadon's really good, man. He's a very capable dual threat quarterback. He had a really good 2023 season at Liberty, but kind of took a step back this past season. I'm a big fan, though. I'm a big fan of the whole program. I think that Colorado is the most well-rounded it's been since Dion got there. The D-line got better. The running game is better. I know they lost Travis Hunter, but they do have DJ McKinney for the secondary on the defensive side of the ball. The offensive line is apparently they're saying the heaviest in college football. The offensive line is taking a big leap. They have Jordan Seaton coming back for a second year. Dallin Hayden, I believe, is their starting running back, and he's good as well. The wide receivers look good. But yeah, Colorado took a lot of steps forward. But Georgia Tech is a very capable team as well. Haynes King is very good. Jamal Haynes is a dog. They're a run-heavy team. Can the Colorado run defense stop Georgia Tech? We know that their, pass defense can compete, but can the run defense? It's going to be an interesting one. I'm rocking with the Buffs. Let's go, Buffs.
I'm going to actually go with Georgia Tech this game. I think in my quarterback ranking, I did have Haynes King as number 1 overall. He is a stud. When he's in the game,
you're a maniac for that.
When he's in the game, they win. That's all I know. When he's in the game, they're competitive. They can compete. When they have that Philo guy in last year, they were not competitive. He made a couple of good passes here and there. What I see is Colorado was ranked top 10 in passing offense and also top 30 in passing defense. Travis Hunter's gone. Shadur Sanders is gone. So that covers those two categories, I would say, almost entirely. What does that leave you? It leaves you a program that's in shambles. Do you think they're at home? And do you think that they're going to bounce back? I think not. Haynes King, he's a senior. He's a GOAT. Georgia Tech. Rip the Georgia Tech -4. You're crazy. You're crazy.
Go Buffs!
Absolutely not. TCU at UNC. Monday Night
TCU
Football.
at UNC. It's going to be a good one. Bill Belichick, I still can't believe it that he's coaching over there. But, Bill Belichick's first game. He'll be on the sidelines. It's going to be a lot of hype. Steve Belichick is his son. Took a lot of players from Washington with him. So much movement on that roster. It's pretty much a brand new team. They did lose Omarion Hampton, but they have Devon Gauze. I believe that's how you say his last name. He's a sophomore that has a lot of hype. He did well last year behind Hampton. 4.9 yards per carry on 67 attempts, 326 yards. Gio Lopez will be the starting quarterback. There's a lot of hype around him as well. I do like North Carolina, but TCU is a good team as well. They have a quarterback returning. They did lose a lot, though, just like North Carolina kind of did. They did lose some key guys. But unlike North Carolina, I don't think they filled as many holes. So I'm going with the UNC.
I am
+3.
We're fighting on this one again.
And it's at home in Chapel Hill. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Thaddeus Dixon and Bill Belichick's son came from Washington. So their secondary is supposed to be hype. You mentioned that they lost, Omarion Hampton, and they also lost both of their starting wide receivers. They gained that Gio Lopez guy. I think, realistically, UNC's program is mid. I don't think adding Bill Belichick to your roster is going to change anything. If anything, it might. I don't think it's going to change anything immediately. TCU also is prone to choking in their Week 1 debuts. They lost to Colorado a couple of years ago, if you remember. That added a lot of hype to that program.
Oh, do I?
Oh yeah.
Do I remember
Very
that?
first game, Dion. But yeah, so I don't know. TCU, when I'm doing, I'm taking a step back. I have to take a step back here. TCU jumped from 110th in total defense to 45th in total defense once they picked up that new DC, Andy Alvalos. I think that you rock with the better program. The better program here, in my opinion, is TCU. So I'm rocking with TCU -3. Last game of the night for us is Utah UCLA. What do you got?
Utah UCLA. Nico's first game. I like Utah. I'm just gonna flat out say it. Utah's always had a good defense. I feel like they've always competed in the Big 12. Devin Dampier is the starting quarterback over there. He transferred with the offensive coordinator of New Mexico from New Mexico. They have arrived on the team along with the receiver Ryan Davis. So the chemistry is there on the offensive side of the ball. They have Wayshawn Parker, running back out of Wazoo. He transferred there after a productive freshman season. He ran for 735 yards as a freshman. And his running back coach came with him to Utah. UCLA is good. It's not like they're going to blow them out. It should be closer than it is, but I do like that -6 line a lot. UCLA's defense it was good against the run last year. But I'm going with Utah. I'm going with Utah for sure.
Yeah, Kyle Whittingham's a great coach. I had him in my top 25 coaches all time. What's interesting here, beyond the Nico headline that everyone's probably going to gravitate towards, is the fact that both these teams were actually pretty solid defensively. Utah always being solid defensively. I think the over-under here is what I wanted to target. I take the under here just based on these two teams. And that wraps up all of the games that we have for you guys today. I mean, we went through a lot. And so the train really, I think the only things we're going to add to our Juicerman's train parlay is the ones that me and Brandon agree on. So I think it's going to be a 3 or 4 legger by the end of, all the calculations we need to do. But yeah, check out our socials. We'll probably put up some more bets as we get closer to the games too. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. The more you guys interact with us, the more we'll be, the more we'll be able to produce for y'all. And that's what we want. We want to make y'all happy. And we're obviously looking forward for the Penn State-Oregon game. We're counting down the days on that. Lot to look forward to this season. Starting with week 1 of games. So
week 1.
Yeah.
Skull Buffs, all about the U. Hook 'em horns. Go blue. We are.
Yeah,
State.
take a picture of the smile, and we'll take a look at Sunday morning after the bets. All right, we'll see you guys. Bye.
See you guys.